Hello, I'm Kevin Watler, and this is your CMR Daily Buzz. Cayman's delegation at the funeral of Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, led by His Excellency Governor Martin Roper and Premier Wayne Panton, paid respects to Her late Majesty in Westminster Hall on Saturday. Both Governor Roper and Premier Panton said it was an emotional and moving moment for the delegation, which included Mrs. Roper, Mrs. Panton, Cabinet Secretary Sam Rose, and Dr. Tasha Garcia, head of the London office. Premier Panton signed a condolence book with other premiers at Lancaster House, and afterward, the team was invited by the Speaker of the House of Commons, Sir Lindsay Hoyle, to have tea in his rooms and apartment with other overseas territories leaders. Mr. Panton and Governor Roper then attended a moment of reflection at the Cayman Islands Government Office with the Cayman community in the UK, where they all were invited to sign the condolence book and record on video their memories of the late Queen. Governor Roper described the occasion as a beautiful event. A contingent of 6 Royal Cayman Islands Police Service officers also traveled to London for the funeral of Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. The officers attended the funeral parade and participated along the route of the procession, assisted with crowd control and essential general policing duties. Deputy Governor the Honourable Franz Manderson has issued a message to civil servants clarifying what employment contracts state regarding reporting of wrongdoing. This is in response to allegations that Speaker of the House the Honourable Mckeeva Bush made unwanted advances and assaulted several female civil servants. The statement said, "I am aware of recent media reports concerning allegations of assault by a Member of Parliament against female civil servants who were attending an official event on September 13th. I am also aware of media conversations that have suggested that civil servant employment contracts restrict the ability of civil servants to report matters to police or other official reporting bodies, which is incorrect. Our workplace rules both allow and encourage the reporting of wrongdoing. As head of the civil service, I wish to make it clear that we are committed to ensuring the safety of our employees and protecting their rights, including their right to report wrongdoing. The civil service has a zero tolerance for misconduct." The Deputy Governor then added that the allegations of assault are under Royal Cayman Islands Police Service investigation, so he would not comment any further. Meanwhile, Premier the Honourable Wayne Panton confirmed that he issued a strongly worded letter to Mckeeva Bush before his London trip on Thursday afternoon, suggesting he resign on or before this Friday. Bush confirmed via WhatsApp that he will be resigning. Premier Panton confirmed that he was waiting until after the official period of mourning of the late Her Majesty Elizabeth II before issuing any further statement on the matter. The Miss Cayman Islands Universe Committee has confirmed that no action will be taken against the reigning Queen Tiffany Connolly at this time. Over a month ago, they claimed they were on a fact-finding mission and seeking legal advice. However, they are now claiming she will be keeping all of the awarded prizes, including her $70,000 3-year scholarship. Despite her not being allowed to work at the Department of Tourism, she will be receiving a stipend in lieu of a salary until further notice. Responding to media questions from CMR in a brief follow-up statement, the committee did not reveal what their investigations found or the outcome of the legal advice sought. Instead, they now state they will await the outcome of her criminal assault case before any further action will be taken. The Department of Labor and Pensions has confirmed that labor laws regarding public holidays apply to Monday, September 19th, which has been declared a public holiday by the government in honor of Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II state funeral. CMR reached out to the department following numerous questions from our audience. If someone is being forced to work without the legal compensation, you are encouraged to contact the Department of Labor and Pensions. In light of announced changes in COVID-19 reporting, the Public Health Spotlight will be published monthly instead of weekly. Monthly COVID-19 information will be limited to hospitalizations and deaths. However, notable increases in the number of hospitalizations as well as any deaths will be reported to the community immediately. The first monthly edition will be released on October 6th. Cayman National Corporation has announced that Janet Hislop has been nominated as its President and Chief Executive Officer and will join the Board of Directors effective January 1st, 2023. Ms. Hislop will also continue in her role as President and Director of CNC's principal subsidiary, Cayman National Bank Limited. In celebration of its 55 years relationship with the Cayman Islands, Flow Cayman has launched Cayman Blue, a program that will seek to enhance its presence in residential and business communities. Through programs like Cayman Blue, Flow said it will continue its legacy of investment and growth of Cayman and its commitment to connect communities and transform lives. The program will seek to enhance Flow's presence in Cayman's residential and business communities by extending the company's service and products into previously underserved or unserved areas and developing key partnerships with local institutions that provide services to those communities. Ministry of Sustainability and Climate Resiliency is planting 7 trees at the Queen Elizabeth II Botanic Park Children's Garden, one to honor each decade of Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II's reign. Premier and Minister of Sustainability and Climate Resiliency, the Honourable Wayne Panton, planted the first tree near the Discovery Pond.
Stormwatch 2022 is brought to you by Home Gas, your propane experts before, during, and after the storm.
Hurricane Fiona will continue moving away from Puerto Rico and now will continue to impact the eastern Dominican Republic, causing life-threatening and catastrophic flooding. Turks and Caicos and southeastern Bahamas will then experience hurricane conditions, and at any moment Fiona is expected to get stronger and turn into a Category 3 hurricane, giving it major hurricane status while it heads for Bermuda. Not good news for Bermuda at all. Elsewhere in the Atlantic, there are a couple of spots to watch. One of them is not going to bother anyone, but there is a tropical wave several hundred miles east of the Windward Islands that could develop as it approaches the eastern Caribbean Sea over the weekend. We need to watch this system very closely, and in the meantime, be storm ready, Cayman. Have everything ready from now and not wait till we have a system near us. Now for your CMR weather update is brought to you by WG Charters. Sunrise at 6:14, mainly sunny skies expected. The day heats up to the high 80s, but it will feel hotter than that when the high temperatures at 87 degrees Fahrenheit and the humidity is at 70%, like the forecast calls for. It will feel around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The winds north at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and then the sun sets at 6:23. At nighttime, the temperature falls to the low 80s. Looking forward, similar summer pattern of hot days, warm nights with scattered showers is expected. CMR weather updates are brought to you by WG Charters. They offer private boat trips for a great price, and we encourage you to support them. Now for some regional and international news. Islands in the Caribbean are reeling from the damage caused by Hurricane Fiona. In Guadeloupe, 1 man was killed and 20 others had to be rescued when then Tropical Storm Fiona hit the French Caribbean island. Fiona reached hurricane strength by the time it hit Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic, causing an island-wide blackout in Puerto Rico. Turks and Caicos and southeastern Bahamas and Bermuda is now in the path of the dangerous hurricane. 3 people were killed and at least 6 others were injured when a gunman fired shots at fans at a football game in Old Harbor, Jamaica, Sunday afternoon. Reports are that a dispute over missing illegal guns was the motive behind the attack. A licensed firearm holder at the match reportedly challenged the gunman, who then fled. As of September 7th, more than 1,000 people were murdered in Jamaica, a 7.4 increase in the country's homicide tally when compared to 2021. Telecommunications company Digicel says the ongoing political crisis in Haiti is having a major impact on its operations, with many of its optical fibers being stolen or severely damaged due to the ongoing gang violence. In a statement, Digicel said due to the difficulty of moving across the country, operations such as the maintenance and repair of antennas and fiber optics and all other operation activities have become more difficult. A man was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison by a Bahamian court after admitting to breaking into a church and stealing US $6 worth of hot dog buns. 41-year-old Elkino Wallace told officers he was starving and was charged with shop breaking and stealing from a place of worship. Reports are that on September 13th, Wallace broke into the East Street Gospel Chapel through a window and he went to the kitchen of the church's auditorium where he stole the food. A deacon alerted the police to the break-in. Wallace admitted to the offense and was arrested on scene. When he appeared in court on Thursday, he pleaded guilty to both charges. According to local reports, Wallace, who asked for the court's mercy, told the magistrate that he was beaten shortly before the incident and had no choice but to go to the church. Wallace said he needed a monthly injection for an unstated medical condition. A poultry farm in Blue Creek Village in northwest Belize has been placed under quarantine by the Belize Agricultural Health Authority after it detected the avian influenza, more commonly known as bird flu, in its birds. Bird flu is an infectious type of influenza that spreads among birds, and in rare cases, it can affect humans. The health authority said the farm currently houses over 25,000 chickens, and containment measures are being implemented to restrict poultry products exiting the Blue Creek community. While paying tribute to the late Queen Elizabeth II on Tuesday, Jamaica's opposition spokesperson on foreign affairs, Lisa Hanna, renewed a call by former colonies for Britain to confront its colonial atrocities and make amends for slavery and its repercussions. She was among several politicians who paid tribute in the House of Representatives. She asserted that Britain's authorities must recognize that the country's approach to its past had been and continues to be misaligned with current expectations of their former colonies. The group of 7 major economies have agreed to take a tougher, more coordinated stance toward China when it comes to trade, Germany's economy minister said on Thursday. After a 2-day meeting with fellow G7 officials, Minister for Economic Affairs and Climate Protection Robert Habeck told reporters that discussions about China were part of an effort to ensure high international trade standards to prevent Beijing from using its economic might to steamroll other nations. That's it for now on the Daily Buzz. Thank you for joining me. Please stay safe and God bless.